Hello, hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmy. Hey guys, I am Kimmy. I am here with Alexis. I'll do a brief introduction and then let her do one for those of you who may be new. Welcome to those who will watch the replay and those who will listen on the podcast. Hello, Fatima. Hey, Notary Down South. And YouTube is notifying everybody. So by the time we finish introductions, we'll be able to get on to topic. So I am Kimmy. I am one of the trainers here at Notary Educators. I am also the host here at Notary Life with Kimmy. And we teach all things notary. We are very passionate about being notaries. We want you to do it correctly, which will equal money. Questions equal money, but also knowing your skill equals money. Alexis, who are you, girl?
Hey everybody, it's Alexis with Alexis Notary Services, and I'm also a trainer over at Notary Educators. Welcome to everyone.
Hey, Pamela J, Stacy, welcome. Alexis, can you please do Facebook for us tonight, please? We're live on Facebook also. So, guys, tonight's topic is hey, Missy. Hey, Mr. Kim. Tonight's topic is why you need an embosser. Why you need an embosser. So, I'm going to tell y'all a little story. You know, I like stories. Let me show you what the embosser is for those of you who may not even know what it is. Okay. Some of you may be new. So, this is my embosser. Pretty in pink, but of course. Okay. This is my embosser. These are the gold stamps that I use. Okay. I'm going to show you how to use this, when to use it. We're going to have a little session tonight. Okay. Hey, Angela. I also have my regular notary stamps. Okay. I have two. I always recommend you have two also. I have a pink and a purple plus the embosser. So your girl is ready to get the stamping. Okay. So let's talk about why this video or why this live came about. So the other day I received a phone call. I'm going to show you how to use it in a moment. I received a phone call the other day from a client, and her first question was, do you have an embosser? Do you have the crimpy thing? And my document must have that. So I said, oh, yes, ma'am, I do. So she said, well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for answering your phone, because she had called so many people and no one had answered. So I answered my phone all the time, right? And then she asked me about the embosser. So I said, I have one. So she said, I also have this document that is going to my aunt in Florida. And she also has to have the document embossed. Now it was going back to Jamaica. The document was some property that they had over in Jamaica, and they needed to have it embossed. So I put out a request on 4 different Facebook groups. Four different Facebook groups. Does anyone have an embosser in Melbourne, Florida? Did any of you see that alert I put out the other day, or that request? I'm just curious. Put a 1 if you saw that in your Facebook, in Notary Educators Facebook group, or any other Facebook group. Did you happen to see that? Did you see it, Alexis?
Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah. So I put that out, and I put it in 4 different groups, not just ours. And the response was interesting. So let's see. Did anybody see the request, first of all?
I
I'm just
actually
curious.
saw it in another group. When you just said it, I remember. I saw it in another group. I didn't
You
see
did
it.
see it in another group. Sharon said she saw it. Yeah, I put it in 4 different Facebook groups. So the responses that I received back were very interesting. Who was that on Facebook? You want to give a couple shout outs? Hey, Doretha and Sandra. I think we said hey already.
Wilhelmina Hooper said,
hey, Wilhelmina, Pamela. And who else?
That's it, right? That's on.
Okay. Hey, Wilhelmina, welcome. So I put it in 4 different groups, and the responses that I received back were very interesting. Somebody asked me, Kimmy, what document would even require an embosser? I actually called 5 notaries direct from Google. I went to Google. I put in Melbourne, Florida, and there was 2 answered, 3 did not out of 5. The 2 that answered, one of them said she did not have an embosser. And what did the other one tell me? I don't even remember what she said. I really don't remember what the fifth person said, but she wasn't able to help me. And I don't think she had one. I really don't. I don't recall what the answer was, though. That's crazy, y'all. Okay, that's another story. I've been working. I'm crazy. I'm tired. Anyway, all that being said, so the responses in Facebook, though, were equally interesting. So somebody said, what is it? What documents will require it? Other people chimed in and said, you don't need that. You just need your ink stamp. And I was just like, okay, hold on. We got to talk about this because it's costing us money when we're not prepared. So I will tell you that there are a lot of people on YouTube that will say you don't need the embosser, this little crimpy thing. You don't need it. It's outdated. No one asked you for that. Well, that's not true. Now, people won't ask you for this every single day. They do not. However, you do need it if you want to be the go-to notary or be the boss notaries that we talk about and make your money. Because if I call you, like I put out a call in 4 groups and no one had it or didn't even know what it was for, you're costing yourself money, okay? Because this particular client required it, okay? So again, it's not something they're going to call you every day, but you want to be prepared. What do they say? Get ready, stay ready, so you don't have to get ready, right? Very good. Now, so what are some documents, Alexis, that you use your embosser on?
So lately, I've just been using it for like trust, wills, that type of thing. And if somebody requests it, I had a lady, I did a regular notarization for her, which I thought was just a regular notarization. She called me a couple days later and was like, hey, you didn't notarize my document. And if I put in my book, I notarized it. I know I did. So I was like, what do you mean? I was like, send me a picture. And she sent me a picture. I was like, I did notarize it. The stamp was on there. Long story short, they wanted the embossed seal on there.
So she thought her document was incomplete because you did not do it.
Yes. It was like, like you said, it doesn't happen every day. And she didn't know. But when she turned the paper in, they informed her that it needed to be an embossed seal. So
yes. So let's talk about it. What documents do I use my pretty pink embosser on? Okay. I use mine on power of attorneys. I will use it on wills. I will use it on like a reference letter that they don't have any notarial wording on, just to make it look pretty. I always say the embosser, for those of you who can see it, is just to make things look pretty. It is not required by the state. In addition to using my embosser, okay, and I will tell y'all this, I had somebody reach out and they said, Kimmy, I'm getting my stamps. They said, Kimmy, they asked me about using the embosser, and then they wrote to the NNA or called them and asked them what their thoughts were. I was like, really? Now I don't know everything, y'all. But if I tell you some basics, I do know that. Okay. Anyway, so I always use my regular ink stamp. Always. This is non-negotiable. Okay. The embosser just makes things look pretty. That's why I said on your wills, your power of attorneys, and your senior clientele will ask you for it. Or those like in Alexis's case that know, hey, she's supposed to use that crimpy thing. Okay, so normally, again, that's your main documents. I would never use my embosser on a loan closing packet as a notary signing agent, because you have like sometimes 20 documents in there, that need to be notarized. I'm not sitting there crimping 20 documents. Okay. That's a no-go. Never, ever. Okay. So don't nobody put in the comments, Kimmy, your hand's gonna hurt. No, because we only use this to make things look pretty. Now I have my sample document that we are going to do together. All right. So what you would do is everything else would be the same, right? You have your document. Ooh, the lighting is too much. So you have your document. You're going to go ahead and you're going to stamp it. The client will sign it. Okay, so I stamped the bottom as regular. I'm always going to stamp it. The embosser is just to make it look pretty, okay? So I stamped it with my stamp. Then someone asked me in one of the Facebook posts when I did put this out, why do you need gold seals? Because I put that also. I forgot that. I put you must have an embosser and you must have gold seals. So they were like, why do I need the gold seals? Again, it's just to make it look pretty. Here's the gold seal. Okay. So I stamped it. I put the gold seal. And now I'm going to emboss it. Okay. Crimp. Boom. Okay. And doesn't that look pretty? Now, I do have another video about this. I'll go into a little bit more detail, but it's kind of similar to what we're doing live here. But I wanted you to know that you must have an embosser. It's only like a $30 investment, not even. I paid more because I got this pretty pink one. But in the seals, I think you get $200 for $6. I do have a link in my Amazon store. You can go to notaryeducatorsllc.com to get your supplies, and you'll be prepared. Again, no one's going to call you every day for this, but I have had many a times when clients will call and say, hey, do you have that crimpy thing? So I'm trying to prepare you all for the calls that we do receive, because you may not know. So my embosser does have my expiration date on it, my new one. This one does. My other one did not. So this one will expire when my stamp expires. It was a set. Okay. So I didn't realize it though. The other embosser that I have did not have an expiration date on it. So when this one expires, I probably will go back to the other one because it doesn't have a date on it. Okay. And again, we're going to always use our regular stamp also. The embosser or the gold seal just makes it look pretty. And once again, I'm going to show you the finished product. For those of you who will be listening to the podcast or any other method, feel free to check out the YouTube video so you can see what it actually looks like. Okay. And then I would sign it. So let me sign it so you can see the finished product. Okay. I would have my notarial wording and then I'll sign it. Okay. That's a finished product. All right. So it doesn't take that much longer to use it. Again, they're not calling you all day long. Hey, I need that embosser. Most people don't even know what it is, the younger generation. But when your older people call you and they're paying you hundreds of dollars or $100 to do a power of attorney or whatever, and they ask you for that, you better have it. And we have seen in our Facebook group where people could not do the job. They said, oh, I didn't have my embosser. So it's not a uncommon thing. It's really not. So that's all I have for you all tonight. I wanted to show that to you. We will take some of your comments. And Alexis, do you have anything on Facebook, or maybe we should start on YouTube?
We can knock out Facebook really quickly. Tarsha Jackson says boss notary. And then she also said, I don't never use it. His toy is going in the background.
That's okay.
And, Donna Maydina Share Gannett. Sorry. She says hello. And then Wilhelmina Hooper says, I keep it with me at all times. Some people will ask for it. Yes, people will ask for it. I've had people call my phone and say, hey, do you have an embosser? Literally, they went through the hoops already. They already know exactly what to ask, or whoever gave them the documents told them exactly what they needed to ask for. And guess what? I'm ready. And I said yes. So they chose me. And that's money that, I could have missed out on if I did not have it.
Yes. And also your attorneys are another group of people that will ask you, your estate attorneys, they will ask you, do you have that? Again, so I'm going to highly encourage you to get it. It's like a $30 investment in your business. If you use it one time, you will make your money back. If you don't have it, you will regret it. It's nothing worse than having to tell a client, no, you can't do anything. I hardly ever tell a client, no, I cannot do something. I'm always ready. And if I'm not ready, I know somebody else who can get it ready, who can get it done. Okay. Because we tag team a lot over here too. So let's hit some of these YouTube comments. And just before we go ahead, do you all have an embosser? Did you know you needed one? Let's put a 1 if you have one and if you know what to do with it. Put a 1. If you did not know, put a 0. If you didn't know anything about the embosser before tonight, put a 0. If you did know about it, put a 1 in the chat. Let's see. And put, okay, so we do know about it. Very good. Very good. And put, hit thumbs up for me if y'all can on the video to appreciate it. It does help with the algorithm, like you hear everybody say. It really does help. So let's get into it. We got a lot of greetings. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Let's see. Fatima says, hey, I'm a new agent that sat in on the commission for a couple of years. Oh, sat on their commission for a couple years in New Jersey. Well, welcome, Fatima. Welcome. Let us know if we can assist you with any training or getting brought up to speed on what you can do with your notary commission and how to get your business growing. Okay. Thank you, Frank, for the reminder. Nice to see you here. It's been a moment. Pamela says she has one and she can't wait to use it, or till she can get a request.
Yeah. Don't wait for a request. You can use it. I know if I have like my clients, if I have if they have the advanced directive power of attorney, if they have certain things that they have to get done that need to be filed that are quote unquote, they're paying a lot of money for me to be there, right? If I'm driving down to the hospital, etc., then I'll go ahead and use it just as an extra.
Yeah, they don't have to ask you for it. I'm like, don't wait for them. Let me say it this way too. So people will call and ask you, but as we already stated, 99.9.9, if I am doing a power of attorney, a will, anything high ticket dollar like that, I am putting that gold sealed on it. Also, if a reference letter or if it's a document that does not have any notarial wording, they don't have to ask me. I'm going to pull it out. And when I do, they always go, oh. And in their world, it makes it more official. Now, technically, it does not make it any more official. But in their world, once you put that gold seal, boom, I got my paper stamp. Let's get it. Okay. Tommy says, not sure how an embosser would work in West Virginia since we require a home address on our stamp. So again, Tommy, we're going to always use our regular ink stamp. The embosser and the gold seal is just to make it look pretty. It's like for us women, when we go out, we like to put on our lipstick. We going out anyway, right? But when we put on our lipstick or now eyelashes, we just feel complete, right? We feel extra pretty. Okay. When men go out, you put on your cologne, you're going out anyway, but now you're going to spruce it up, make yourself look feel a little bit better, and you put your cologne on. That's the same kind of thing with your embosser and your stamp. It's just making it look pretty. Not necessary, not required unless they ask you, but for the appropriate documents, it's going to make you stand out as a notary, the go-to notary. Lori says, first time here, looking into becoming a notary. I love your videos on YouTube, and I'm so glad I found you. Well, I'm happy you're here too, Lori. Welcome. And join us on Monday night for our Notary Bosses meetup. We're having the last one that's coming Monday, probably until the first of the year. We will be going live on YouTube, but the last Zoom meeting. Let me ask you guys too, before I go any further, do you prefer those that do participate? Do you prefer the Zoom or do you prefer the YouTube lives? Which one do you prefer? I'm just curious. Which one do you prefer, the Zoom or YouTube lives? Put a 1 for YouTube, 2 for Zoom. 1 for YouTube, 2 for Zoom. What's your preference to communicate with us? I'm seeing, oh, wait a minute. That's for the other question. 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. Quintella likes Zoom. Yeah, she be representing. What are you saying, Alexis? Is it more Zoom or YouTube?
I'm seeing more ones. I see
one is you.
5 twos, and the rest are ones.
Some people are saying either ones. Yeah. It's kind of mixed down the middle. It's kind of split down the middle. All right. Well, we'll let y'all know which direction we're going to go. So for now, we got one more Zoom note that's coming up on Monday. So if you have not signed up, sign up. Wait a minute, not tonight anyway. I got to put the link out. So not tonight, but you can sign up tomorrow for the Monday night meetup. Let me go back. Hold on. And then also sign up for the free email reminders so we can let you know, like when we're going live. Like tonight, most of you probably got an email. Sign up for the free emails at notaryeducatorsllc.com. We don't blitz you with a whole lot of selling of stuff. We do send out about maybe 3 a week, 2 to 3, depending on if I release a video or if we got a notary tip or something like that. But sign up for the free emails so you can know when we go live. Let's see. We are on Doretta. Dorita says, better to have it than need it and not have it. I feel like the embosser and the seals look professional on all notarizations. My signers are impressed. Yes. And again, we're not going to use it on every notarization because if you're doing notary signing agent work, you do not want to pull that out. Matter of fact, they don't want that on loan signing documents because you can't read it without the seal. And again, our official stamp is our ink stamp. For those of you who may be just joining us, I want to show you again, your official stamp you use on everything is your ink stamp, okay? Your regular little square or round stamp. The embosser is just making things look pretty when you use it with the gold seal. Now, the seals do come in silver. I don't like them. I like the gold. That gold be like, boom. You like the silver, Alexis?
No, I like the gold. I'm a gold person.
I don't like the silver either. They do come in gold. And if you're going to do gold, you might as well not even do it. And even when you scan back, y'all, if you have to scan back for your client and you had that gold on there, it go, psh, it just shine like new money. I'm telling you, I be sitting there like, that thing look good. All right, I'm doing the most. Okay. Next, we have, that was Facebook. You already did it. Pamela J, good question. Do you charge extra for the embosser? I do not. Now, I have read other people's websites where they will charge $5 to $10 for embossing. Do you charge extra, Alexis?
No.
Girl, I thought you was about to shake your head. Yes, I was like, no. What?
No, you know you would have heard that by now. No, I don't charge extra.
I thought you was getting ready to say, yeah. I was like, what?
No.
Yeah, y'all started talking about money and made me think about Angela. I forgot Angela couldn't make it tonight, y'all. She couldn't make it. But she does not charge either for using the embosser. And those seals, like I was saying earlier, you can get like 200 for like $6 on Amazon. You do not want to run out though. So one day I ran out of my seals. It was the worst thing ever. And I had to go to Staples, I believe. And they had them, but they had the ones I have are the 2-inch diameter. They had these little mini ones. And I was so disappointed, but I bought them because I'd rather have something than nothing. So what I was going to do is kind of spread them out, put 2 and kind of crimp it in them. It was terrible. So the next day, so I still had those little ugly ones. They were $10. I always keep everything in my backup. I'm going to show y'all my car in a video too coming up on a live. I'm going to take y'all out there because I got a new little doohickey for a selfie stick. So I can take y'all out to the car and show y'all how I got my car set up. But I have a little bag out there and I put all my extra supplies in there. So I didn't throw them away because I did pay $10 for them. But I always order like 200 at a time from Amazon. And somebody else asked me one time about the seals and everything. I put everything in my little kit that I got here. So I have my stickers because it comes on a roll sometimes. So I just take off like 50 of them, tear them off the roll, and then just stick them in my little holder here that I put everything in. Okay, for those who can see on the live, okay? You won't be able to see it on the podcast because you're listening. But anyway, whatever you choose to keep your products in, but just keep everything together. I consider my notary bag just like a surgeon. My bag is ready to go. Like old doctors used to go out and make house calls. I'm ready. Okay, you can imagine him going out and he don't have a thermometer or he don't have a stethoscope, right? I got everything I need in my bag. All right, so let's see. That was the poll. I'm just being me. Said I had no idea. Oh, no idea about the embosser. Yep. Hey, Terry Terry says yes, and she has one. Very good. We got Florida. What other questions do we have tonight? Melissa says, do not know details on the embosser, but I have heard of it. Yes, Melissa. So if you're just now joining us, go back and watch the beginning of this video and also watch my other video that I have about embossers, okay? Because this video came about, again, recapping is because I put in 4 different Facebook groups a request for a notary with an embosser and no one had one. Okay. And if they didn't have one and didn't even know what it was or why you would even need it. So Fatima says, thank you. I need all the nuggets, Kimmy and Alexis. Our pleasure. Our pleasure. And we already talked about when you would get those kind of requests. Tracy says, hey, Kimmy and Alexis, do you always have to stamp along with the emboss or is that just an option? We talked about that. So technically, some states will allow you just to use the embosser, but the industry standard nowadays is the ink stamp. So what we teach, what we know factually is use your ink stamp, okay? Never just emboss. Never, never, never. Because what happened to Alexis when they told her that they didn't feel it was notarized with just the ink stamp, the reverse could happen too. They could say, well, the embosser, what is that? Most people don't even know what it is. They're accustomed nowadays to see the ink stamp. So don't forget, it's just to make things look pretty. All right. Anything on Facebook, Alexis?
I don't think we covered this. Tanisha Brooks says that goes, this might be a little further down, but Tanisha Brooks says that gold seal with the embosser. The client feels so happy and it looks so official. Mm-hmm. That's how much of the word of mouth clients came from. That's how much of the word of mouth clients came from.
Tanisha, yes, girl. Can we get an amen? That's what we're talking about. So once you actually pull out that embosser and that gold seal and you experience what Tanisha's talking about, and it has happened for Alexis and myself, your client face just lights up. They just think they just hit the jackpot with you as their notary, and they will never forget that you did that. And the same thing when you perform an oath. Most notaries do not perform the oath. So when you do the oath, they will never forget that. It's like, oh, I was like in the courtroom. Certain things like that will make you stand out. Believe it or not, it may sound corny, it may sound crazy. You thinking, oh, I don't need that. Yeah, you do. So Katrina says, I wish I would have purchased in the package deal. I'll go back and purchase it. Yeah, it's like $20 or $30, Katrina. No stress, okay? We cannot be, I know you would have rather had the package deal too, right? But sometimes you got to do what I call is the cost of doing business, and that means an extra $30 to be prepared. Just get it. You can write it off on your taxes. And around tax time, you're going to be looking for deductions anyway. Let me tell you, I am working on something for tax time because I went through it last year. So I'm going to get y'all ready. Let's see what else we got. Yes, Fatima says they feel like it's more legit and proud. Isn't that funny though, how just a little sticker can make you, and we know that it's true because even kids, right? With stickers, when they get a sticker, Alexis and I used to work at the hospital. Alexis, what happened when we get kids stickers at the hospital?
They would be so excited and they would be like, Mommy, look at my sticker. It's a sticker, but it's so simple. But they would
it's a sticker
your whole day.
But they feel like they won the lottery and it's a sticker. So we always had stickers at the hospital. We worked at children's hospital here in Atlanta. Yeah, but they love stickers. It's so funny. And adults do too. We're no different. What do people pay for? Badges? We always want those badges. We want certificates. We want things that make us seem like we're legit. Something to legitimize us. Marlene says, hi, Kimmy. Hi, Alexis. Thanks for all that I have learned with you so far. I completed my first gun trust tonight. I don't know what a gun trust is, but that's cool. You did a document, sounds like. Very good. Very good. Congratulations, Marlene. And for those of you who do not know, we do offer training. NotaryEducatorsLLC.com is the website. For those of you who are just starting your businesses, if you're thinking about adding to your business, we have the I-9 course, which that document has changed. And the revised course is out now. If you need to learn how to complete that, we have the apostille course. We have the loan signing agent training. Alexis is helping people with Google My Business, and we're actually even building websites. You want to talk about that right quick, Alexis? Then I'll hit a couple more comments.
Yeah, so that's a new thing that we're doing over here at Notary Educators, assisting you with building your websites using GoDaddy. So we are doing it. You get a 30-minute intake session and a 30-minute finalization session. In between, we talk about, in the intake session, we're talking about like what your brand colors are, what pictures you want, what information you want on your website. I mean, we going through it all. And when you're done, you should have a very nice product that you're ready to display on that Google page. So there's no more excuses. You got your website. And the good thing is GoDaddy is a great host, because if you need anything, you call them and they'll assist you. So that's why we're doing it using the GoDaddy platform. They're amazing. And yeah, if you want your website done, do the contact us form. We'll help you out.
Yes. So Alexis, Angela, and myself, we actually all got websites within the last couple months. Prior to that, we were just using landing pages. And the Google landing page. And it's just that. It's just a landing page for Google. But the website is the World Wide Web. So now our calls have gotten, our customer client base, we're all over the place, like literally. So I'm getting calls from like 2 hours away, out of state calls now for apostilles, because they'll you just have a bigger search on the web. So it's not something that you have to get tomorrow. This is like our next level notaries. If you're just starting out, we are not saying, hey, let's build a website, because we all have had our businesses for years and just finally decided, you know what, we think we want to go next level. So I was getting business with my landing page with Google, and you will too. So that's why we always say have a Google business page, right? However, next level is going to be having a website, having a worldwide presence. www, the old fashioned World Wide Web, is true, because you in each page gets a hit versus just the landing page is one thing. So if you want to see what our websites look like, you can feel free to check out my website. It's None Better Mobile Notary Services. You can see mine. And I don't know if Alexis mind if you see hers or not.
You can go to mine at alexisnotaryservices.com.
Yeah, so you can feel free to check out our pages. Now we are going to ask that you do not call those phone numbers listed there, because those are our primary business numbers, and we do not want to fuss you out. To contact us for Notary Educators is going to be notaryeducatorsllc.com, because that is our actual working phone number. So we cannot have you calling that number. But we don't mind if you look at it if you like to. Okay, so we're trying to be fair and be nice, but please don't call those numbers, because those are our actual business numbers, and we are actual working notaries. We do say that. We don't just make that up. We actually are working. So don't call the number. All right. Back to the poll. We got a few either Zooms. Oh, it's kind of half and half. People saying they like YouTube and it helped my algorithm. That's true. But I usually upload the Zoom meetings anyway. So, no, there's not a fee for the meeting, Fatima. Nope, there's not a fee. There's not. If you were referring to the Monday night meeting, there's not a fee for that. There's not a fee. Let's say as of today, because anything can change. And I don't want you to say, hey, you said it wasn't a fee. As of today, there is no fee for that, okay? It's just something that we enjoy doing. Terry C says, Kimmy, is there any way to get the Zoom sign up maybe at the beginning of the site before the classes offered? It actually is at the beginning. Well, you know what, Terry? I think you're right. On the previous ones, it was after the classes. But yeah, I could try to move that up. And some of that might be GoDaddy too. So I would definitely try to see if I can move it up. But either way, it's on the main page. And to your point, Terry, I am going to say this because we get a lot of, where's the link? Where's this? If we actually take a few seconds to read what we put in any post, not just us, anybody, because I'm guilty of that too. I've reached out to people. I'm like, hey, such and such and such and such. And they're like, did you read the post? And I'm like, yeah, I thought I had read it, but I really hadn't read it in its entirety. So let's take a few minutes and actually kind of just read, because that's going to be fundamental when we start doing loan signing jobs. Actually, any notary work, but especially loan signing, because they send you 2 or 3 pages worth of instructions and you trying to skim through it like me, and that's not good. So that's the first thing we teach you in notary training is read, read, read. But I'll check into that, Terry. Thank you. I appreciate the tip. Angela says, this was good information. I always wanted to know when to use an embosser, so now I know and I will purchase one. You are so welcome. And don't forget my link at Amazon too, notaryeducatorsllc.com under the supplies, okay? So Fatima says, what's the size we need for the gold stickers? They are 2-inch diameter. I think they only have one size on Amazon, but the 2-inch gold, okay? And Terry says, when I had a temporary custody form yesterday, they found me on Google. There are a couple of classes I want to take from you all. Yes, Terry, you are doing so good. And it's those little wins, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to put that little fire in you every time you do something. Every time. You got anything on Facebook, Alexis?
So over on Facebook, I wanted to make mention of something you kind of, I don't know if you saw it, but somebody said, okay, I scrolled all the way down, but somebody said they use gold or red stamps.
Gold what?
Gold or red stamps. Not stamps. Seals.
Red?
Mm-hmm. They use gold or red.
I've never seen red. I'm not going to say you can't use it. If you've been using it successfully, continue. It's your business. You get to choose. When I think red, I think alert. What it makes me anxious. I don't know.
I've never seen that before. That's the only reason why I never heard of that. The red seals.
But Canva, when you go to Canva and you use like the pictures or the photos, they have the gold. They have the red. They do have the red.
Yes,
they do. So if you want to use a red seal, you can. It's your business. If your clients don't mind using red, sure, go for it. I recommend gold.
And Donna said gold is traditional over on Facebook.
Yeah, that's just a personal preference and what I've seen. Yep.
Oh, Chantel says she likes the gold or red seals.
Okay, she likes the gold. Yeah, I like the gold too. I haven't even seen the red, so I have to look for it. So Pamela says, I just took a picture today that I will advertise my stamp in one hand and my embosser in another. What? That's exactly what we're talking about, Pamela J. That's exactly what we're talking about. And Terry says, P.S. I did an oath because that was in their block. Kimmy, sometimes I get a bit confused still when it comes to the wording, whether your name goes there or the client. Yeah, Terry, and that's going to happen. That's going to happen. Remember, we talked about that even in training. That's why you have to take your time to read it. There's not a training that's going to prepare you for every single document you will see. It's just not. I mean, we see documents from Jamaica, going to Colombia. I mean, they come in from in the Spanish language, in the French language, in German language. I mean, literally, your documents are going to come from all over the world. So what we have to do when it comes to our notarial block is just take our time and read it. And the most tricky one is it may say something like before me or something you really have to read. And Angela, I like the way she explains this too. And it's nothing new, but read the context. Read what's before, read what's after. And then sometimes you just have to deduce what makes sense. If you're signing as the notary on the bottom and it's 2 signature lines, one on this side, one on the other side, you just have to make it make sense. I know y'all probably heard that saying before. So you got to just take your time and just read the block. You will never, ever be able to know every single document. Any thoughts on that, Alexis?
What I do is I tell people when I'm training, I say read it 3 times, then start plugging in and seeing what fits, what makes sense. Because sometimes the wording after the blank will, kind of assist you if you plug and play. That's how I say it, and it'll start clicking like, oh, wait, this doesn't make sense. And then you'll change it and kind of go from there. So do that a couple times before you start writing anything with ink. Because then, You got to start scratch yourself out and this and that. I just say read it a couple times because it still gets me to this day where I'm like, wait, what did you want here? And I actually had that happen recently. A guy had some paperwork from his insurance company, and it was a line in there, and I was like, what do they want here? And I'm like, I know I'm not crazy, so I actually had him call the person's number that was on the document. It was his adjuster, and she was like, oh, I'm sorry, the document prints out weird. So sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's just whoever created the document.
Yeah.
So that could be a possibility too. But yeah, just read it over and over and start plugging and seeing what makes sense and then start writing it in ink.
Yeah. And we are not just going to start writing at an appointment because once you mess it up, like Alexis was saying, most customers do not have an extra copy. Sometimes they do, but 99% of the time they do not. And that paper can get to looking really ugly, like we teach you in class. You be looking like, what? Oh, no, you do not want to do that. So just take your time. Take your time. Fatima says, I was going to ask about that I-9 and Google My Business page. I have a website, but not getting any traction. I do not know nothing about SEO, but hearing about that. Yes, so we do go over SEO with you. SEO is search engine optimization. You want to talk about that a little bit, Alexis? What do you do? And also, if you want to mention, we're doing website reviews too.
Yeah, so just a few quick tips. I say when you go over like your social media platforms, and I mean anywhere you put your business name. I just did a quick search on mine and my Square came up. My Square account came up with a Google search. So anywhere when you doing your business stuff, when it says description, what services do you offer for Google, for anything you're doing, when you're signing up, make sure you explain it in detail. Because then when people start searching your business name, other stuff will come up. If people search apostilles near me, you'll come up because guess what? You took the time out to put in those extra descriptions, whether that was on your website, whether that was on your Google page. So all of that is a part of search engine optimization, optimizing your search results. So you'll be in the search results for your clients with that wording, with that descriptions, with your services you offer. Those are all getting dinged out there when people are Googling stuff and you want to come up. So maximize that by any time you see in description or anything when you're filling out your business stuff, take the time and put in those little details. It makes a world of difference when it comes to the search engine optimization.
Yes, yes. Did you guys hit that like button? Because I don't see it. Did y'all hit that like button? Don't let Mr. Frank have to come from Alabama to all your different states. Hit the like button for us, people. Pamela says she appreciates the replays from Monday night. Oh, you're so welcome. Terry says, did you get the Hello Business card? Terry, I did get it, but it wanted me to fill out my information in order to accept your information. So that I've been busy the last few days. I haven't even had time to sit and actually look at it and see what information I want to put on my card because I started the process. I don't know if you were on there last Monday or this past Monday. I don't remember, but I did start the process because someone recommended Hello Business. What is it? Hi Hello. They recommended the digital card Hi Hello because it's free. So I did start the process, but it was so much. And, you got to put all your links and you got to put all this. And I was like, well, I don't know how much I want my clients to have versus my real notary clients versus my notary students and my notary community, because you already know I'm on YouTube. They don't need to know I'm on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. So I had to really see what information I want to have. I know you can have multiple cards because they did tell me that, but I just have to really dig down and get that going. So that is coming. So Terry, I did see it and thank you for sending it and I will get it back to you. Just give me a little time to get my card together because I think in order for me to accept it, it wanted me to give you my information too. So thank you though. I appreciate it. I did receive it. And Dawn says, do you recommend Vistaprint for any printing needs? Who do you use, Alexis?
I use Vistaprint for everything. I did notice when I was doing Canva the other day that they are offering all those different services, mugs, t-shirts. I saw it all. I haven't used them. I'm just stating that I did see it. I use Vistaprint for everything, and I haven't compared the cost yet. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that so I can talk about it more next time. But yeah, Vistaprint for everything. But I know people use other stuff.
Yeah, and I like Vistaprint too because you can always use a coupon. Do not buy anything on Vistaprint without a coupon. So you can put in Vistaprint coupon code and something will pop up. They always got some kind of coupon code. And one more tip with Vistaprint. So say now I buy my business cards by like 1,500 at a time. When I first started, I would buy like 100 till I knew I was going to really be doing this business. Now I hand out like 3 or 4 to everybody, and I buy them at 1,500 in the stacks of like 1,500. So if you buy like say 500 or even 1,000, whatever you buy, then they're going to send you normally like 2 seconds later a link to give you another 500 for $10. You see what I mean? So you save money. So they always do that. That's that upsell that they do. So I always take advantage of that too. So my last bunch, I bought 1,000 and I got the 500. I think my total for everything was 54 with coupons. So it's very cheap to give out business cards, people. I pass them out all day long. And check out my video about business cards if you have not seen it. In the last few weeks, actually, we've been talking about them a lot over in the Notary Bosses meetup. So you can go back and catch some of those because you really need a nice business card, okay? Missy says, are both of your sites hosted by GoDaddy? They look amazing. Thank you, Missy. Thank you. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are hosted by GoDaddy. And for the reasons that Alexis mentioned, can you just reiterate why we chose GoDaddy? Now, Alexis's and mine are GoDaddy. Angela actually hired someone else. But me and Alexis all about that, know how to do your own stuff. So you want to talk about that, Alexis, why we chose GoDaddy again?
Yeah, GoDaddy's just simple. I mean, it's simple. It gets the job done. And they have your back. They want to see you succeed. So if you call them, they'll take the time out to really walk you through like whatever questions, concerns, whatever you have. So they've been very much of great assistance, especially, after you get done with everything and just little stuff might come up or you want to see if they offer other stuff. They'll sit down and, well, not sit down, they'll talk to you about whatever. So I just love GoDaddy. And like I said, it's simple. So after like we get done creating your website for you, to take it over, it's a breeze. I mean, everything will be there. All you have to do is maybe update stuff once in a while. But I promise you, you're not going to be lost updating it. It's really simple.
And that's the other reason why I love GoDaddy too, because when you hire someone else to do your website, and again, this is all based on your budget. So I'm not trying to spend your money. You might have it like that. I do not. I like stuff that I can personally try to maintain or very minimal where I have to pay someone to do something. I really try to be self-contained. So with GoDaddy, I don't have to call somebody and say, hey, can you change my phone number? Or hey, can you change this? I can go in there and make the adjustment myself. And if you get stuck, like Alexis was saying, once we get everything set up for you, it's so easy that GoDaddy will be able to take over the customer service piece of it, because there's no way that we're going to, be able to maintain your website for you. But it's so easy. Either we can show you what to do, or GoDaddy will walk you through it. So, but for them to set it up for you is going to be like probably $500 or $600, even more than that. Matter of fact, they make you buy a monthly thing, and I think it was, I don't know, I want to say it was $300 or $400 a month, whatever it was. I was like, no way. They were like, well, you could just do it for 1 month and then let it go. No. So we can definitely help you get the process started. We'll take hang out a few more minutes. Let's see what else we got. And yes, Angela is correct. It's a business expense. So anything you do for your business is a business expense. And for the year, I believe it's $189 I paid for the website for the year. So that's not bad at all. I mean, to have all the access and to have a real website, it's not. What is that? Less than, not even $25 a month. $189 divided by 12. Yeah, $15.75 a month for your website. And again, if you're not at that stage, continue to use your free landing page, okay? But eventually, we want you all to, as you progress in time, you want to get your website. Fatima says she signed up for your emails, Alexis.
Yay. She did it over on the website.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. And Chantel says okay, you already read that. We did have another Facebook. Do you want to hit that, Alexis, about Canva? Oh, you talked about that. No, you didn't. Canva or Canva Pro?
Donna says, do you recommend Canva or Canva Pro? I personally recommend Canva Pro. It's just it's an inexpensive business expense, in my opinion, for what you get. I noticed when I was just doing the regular Canva, the stuff I wanted to use, it always was Pro. So I was like, let me just pay for Pro. So that's my personal. But if you can't get away with just using Canva, the regular Canva, you can get away with it. It is free. But I just know what I want to do and the different templates and fonts and images and all that different stuff. I always found myself it needing to be upgraded to Pro. So I just went ahead and did it and been using it ever since.
Yeah, I have Pro too. And Pro, again, is a tax write-off. So it's worth it. And I'm actually trying to work on a few things, Alexis and myself, to have some Canva training for you all, because as you continue to grow or even to start growing, we're visual people. So we have to learn how to use all these different programs and apps and stuff, And once you start using them, it becomes easier. It's intimidating. I mean, I got Canva, Plannable, TikTok, YouTube, IG. I mean, my goodness, it will drive you crazy, But once you start really learning how to use all these different tools, and then not to mention my apps that I have for my business account. I got Square, scanning and this and that. I mean, good night. But all of those things are created to make our business run more efficiently. So we learn how to use them. It really is going to help us, Can you imagine the doctor will go back to that illustration? He's in the operating room and all these different scalpels. They all look alike if you ask me, but I'm sure one does this, one does that. So he need all that whole tray that the nurse brings in there, right? Could you imagine him saying, no, I'm just going to use one? No, you got to use all of them. They all do something different. Even at the dentist office, you ever see the dentist tray, the dental tray? And I'm sitting there like, why she got all that stuff? And they scrape with the little one and they scrape with the big one and they got a big, each thing does something different. So we have to learn how to use all these different things. Marlene says, for an IPN signing, do you need a digital signature from the NNA, or do I sign the document along with the clients? So I don't do anything with IPN, Marlene, unfortunately, because we're in Georgia. This is the only thing we do not teach over here is RON. So I don't do anything with RON, anything with IPN, RAN, all that stuff. We don't do any of that because we can't do it in our state. So eventually I'll probably have to learn something about it. I mean, I know what it is, but I could not advise you on what certificates you need, okay? That's not my lane. I'll stay in it. You may check out Side Hustle Seattle. I don't know if she has anything on that, but she is like the head person up there with the Ron. So check out her website. Again, Side Hustle Seattle, okay? Tell her I sent you. All right. Terry C says, she read that block, her notarial block, over and over to make it make sense. Yes, that's the best thing you can do, Terry. Very good. So let's see. We're going to take a few more and we'll get out of here. Fatima says, I actually tripped up on that. I was thinking I could start until I get to know the docs. I just feel like I don't want to go out there blind. And you do not. You do not. What would you advise her on just getting out there without any training, Alexis? How would you advise her?
On getting out there without any training?
Yeah, she said she don't want to get tripped out on the dock, so she don't want
to go take training. I can't say it no other way. I want you to take some training.
Yeah.
Just take some training. And she also said she needs some SEO training. So what you could do, Fatima, is do like a coaching corner session, and then you can get everything in one. But if you need to know everything from start, I don't know where you're at on your journey. That would be a conversation. But if you need everything, then I would suggest you start and take a class. But if you just need something simple, then a coaching corner session. So just do a contact us form and we'll get back to you and have a conversation with you.
Tanisha put her hi, hello in there if people want to look at it. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
I won't click on it now because I don't want to get click out the live. So I don't want to mess that up. Keisha says, I have not yet created my website, but I've gotten traction from the NNA Find a Notary as well as signing up with long signing services. I've already done over 20 I-9 since October. Get it, Keisha? Yes. And I did a whole video on Find a Notary. If you have not watched it yet, I highly recommend you sign up for that. I don't recommend you sign up for a lot of stuff. So that is one that I am going to recommend, NNA Find a Notary. I signed up. I've actually had a hit from that too. Angela's had a hit from it. Several of our people in our Facebook group have had hits. And what Find a Notary is, really quick for those who do not know, the NNA said, you know what? We get all these requests every month for people looking for general notary work. So we're going to start a signing service, basically. So that's what Find a Notary is, but it's from the NNA. So they charge $30 right now. It was $30 the first 6 months, and then it's going to eventually be $99 for the year, I think. So I think the $99 is kind of steep. $30 I didn't mind. I guess I'll probably end up keeping it because it is the NNA and that's the gold standard and everybody does go there. So I guess I'd recommend it even at the $99. You have to see how many hits you're getting, if you find it it's worth it or not. You know, I figure if I get 1 or 2 referrals from there per year, but I'm hoping for more than that, the more that they get. So they just rolled it out really this month or last month. So I think the more and more, and that's going to help with SEO too, like Alexis was saying earlier. Anything you do on the internet, the World Wide Web, it keeps growing your SEO, your search engine optimization. So your name is here, your name is there, your name is here. It's everywhere. And that's how you really want it to be if you want a thriving business. Are you with the Find a Notary, Alexis?
No.
Not yet. Okay. I know Angela has signed up for it. I signed up for it. And again, the first 6 months was $30. And before it even really rolled out good, one of our Facebook people, they were able to get an assignment from there. So yes, if you are not signed up and you're looking for more general notary work, which is the question we always get, how do I get more general notary work? That's going to be your way to get it. Okay. A couple more here. Let's see. Yeah, Quintella says she uses GoDaddy. I didn't miss anything, did I? Oh, yes, I did. Do they have a monthly fee? There's not a monthly fee for GoDaddy. You pay it annually. You might have the monthly option. I don't know. I just pay it annually because it's cheaper. It's like 20% cheaper. Canva also is annually. I'm telling them fees be hitting, but they give you a discount when you do all these things annually. So if you cannot afford annually, though, I would definitely do monthly just to get started. And matter of fact, just do free if you don't need all those extra things. If you already know, hey, I don't want to pay Canva $150 per year, whatever it is, use the free. That just means you have to pick whatever they have within the free. And they have a lot of stuff within the free category. Okay, they really do. Fatima says she uses Wix. I did mine through Wix. I would love to send it to you so you can give me suggestions on making it better. Yeah, we won't have time to put it in here tonight because we're getting ready to head out, but you can shoot it over to me. I know the educators.
Review. We offer the website review.
Yeah, the website review. Mm-hmm. Look at notaryeducatorsllc.com, okay? And we can do the review for you, set that up, and get you going. And let's see what else we got here. Quintella says she does love GoDaddy because she's always making changes. Yes, it is always something to change. They like Angela says she likes Vistaprint. I-9 is digital in person. I thought it is allowed in Georgia. No, we don't do anything electronic in Georgia. Now, I do have one company. I have not even did one yet, so I cannot even speak to it. But I had one company that reached out to me where they're trying to do something remote. And they're supposed to be having all this special approval and all that. So I can't even speak to it because I haven't did it yet. So if I actually do it, then I can talk to it. But no, we do not do anything digital in Georgia. So if you are in Georgia, Marlene, be careful, okay? Be very, very careful. All right, we don't want you to lose your commission before you even get started good. I'm getting trained on the document. I am getting trained, just don't know the docs. Yeah, you know, if you have proper training, you don't have to know the docs, Fatima. And what do I mean by that? If you know how to notarize, you know how to notarize. It doesn't matter if they give you a piece of toilet paper. I do have a video on that too. If you haven't seen it. So if you know how to notarize, you know. Like they say, if you know, you know. It doesn't matter what kind of document it is. If you know how to properly notarize. So let us know if we can help you with that, okay? Because you don't have to see all the documents in order to know how to notarize. It's just like a mechanic. If he knows how to work on a car, he can work on a Honda. It's going to be some differences, like we already talked about earlier with some of the documents. But if a true mechanic, they can work on just about anything. The old-fashioned cars, nowadays, you know, they got all this electronic stuff, okay? We know that. But your old true blue mechanics, shade tree mechanics, you can take them any brand. They don't care what it is. They can handle it. And that's what kind of notaries we are. You can bring us any document and we got it. And if we don't have it, we're going to work together and get it done. All right. So I think we're going to head out, guys. Sorry we could not get all the questions this evening. Yeah, because we still had a few more. Let me see right quick. I-9, basically, I charge based on how far I have to travel. It's not very complicated. GM said they got a free website created on Google. Yeah, they do have, what's that? Sites. Google has something called Sites. So if you feel like you want to try that, sure, try it. All right, and that is it, guys. TM says the embosser is not allowed in Illinois. Thank you for that. If you can't use it in your state, you can't use it in your state. And I got a feeling, TM, you cannot use it alone, but I don't think it's banned. So that's what I was saying earlier. If you missed the beginning of this, we always use our ink stamp. Always use your ink stamp. The embosser and the gold seal is just to make things look pretty, okay? But if your state flat out says you cannot use it, then you can't use it, which is very, very rare, okay? So, guys, all things considered, we had a great discussion this evening. Check us out. We will be coming pretty much more frequently over here. I'm trying to come in the evenings and after we've worked. So the hour may change. That's why we keep saying sign up for the email so you'll know. But on behalf of Notary Educators, I am Kimmy. I'm one of your educators, and this is my YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you spent some time with us. It has been my pleasure. Alexis, would you like to say a little outro?
Yes. Thank you all for joining. It feels so good to be back over here on YouTube. I hope you all enjoyed it. And like Kimmy said, we'll be back soon.
Yes. Oh, last thing, guys, the classes are still on sale. All of this self-paced are on sale, 60% off. Use coupon code WIN23. Okay. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. Okay. Well, until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Have a great evening. Bye.